Hey, that's what it do, man. It's 9:10 in the morning. And, of course, we got some very special guests joining us today on this Good Friday, making it a Good Friday indeed. The Good Up podcast is going to be joining us. And with us right now, Kunservative. Well, saying
it's Kunservative.
I remember the spaceman days. What is that? Yeah, man. Listen, I've been doing really well recently. Won some money with Tie the Knot. They love the performance. How much money did you win, and were you as excited to cash your check as Jamal?
$10.
Times 1,000.
The biggest $10. Extra $10 last me long. Yeah. And let me shout out Alvin Buck. Thank you so much, Alvin. Yeah, Alvin and the whole committee, the festival committee, they did what they had to do in best in making sure we got our prizes, and I did get that $10 dollars. That
$10,000. Hey, listen, man, that's a big prize right there, man.
Yeah, man.
So, okay, did you reinvest in the craft?
Man. Yeah, actually a lot. Because in the music business, who knew it? That there's just like really one video from a real good official person.
Right.
That's technically one video, so be able to split that up, still deal with bills, and yeah, it definitely got reinvested great, and I just can't wait.
Okay. Can't wait for what? What is next?
I learned the hard way, so me really want to say much. I just go through what I could do.
Okay, fair enough. And now, did you expect the reception that Tie the Knot got?
Truthfully, I'm on a different path of greatness.
Okay.
And once you know you're great, everything else falls in place. All you have to do is prepare for your greatness and make sure that you fulfill what you already know you're destined to be. So with that being said, I honestly knew I was gonna win before I actually won, because I really work hard on it, bro. I've been 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, literally. My bush, for real, I know my neighbors thought I was crazy, man. Because I'm outside in my shots with my little phone, and the bush is my stage. And I will show you, I outside in middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, practicing and going hard, bro, to make it where it was. And I knew by giving in that much time, that much effort, and wanting to just be great, it was nothing less short than a win. And even if I didn't win, I knew I was able to show people, the whole world, what I'm capable of doing and what I could bring to the Virgin Islands as an artist.
All right. Okay. So now it's a $10,000 song officially. Like there's a receipt.
Yeah.
There's a canceled check that says so. But in addition to that, it speaks to the artist that you are. You are somebody who genuinely loves to sing. Like sing.
Yeah. Facts. That's true.
So as a singer, how do you think that translates as a soca artist?
Honestly, rhythm and beat and soul, those 3 things, rhythm, beat and soul. With those 3 things, it's embedded in each of us who does music. And once you know music, it's within you. You are able to incorporate or diverse it in any way. Let we speak no less than the greats right now, with the Grammy winners. Rock City, that's one of the first people that show you them man could rap, still bust a lane sing, still drop on a reggae, because the music, the soul, the rhythm and the beat is in them. So you are able to always diverse and change in and change out of what you do. So for me as an artist, it was really easy.
So okay, you reference our city, Grammy Award winner, T-Ron Thomas, where his name is now known all over.
It's Kunservative. Put her head down, pop it, wrong, body, up, knock it down, grab it, slow.
Look at you! Okay, so yeah, listen. You know what I'm liking about like the calypso that's coming out of the Virgin Islands right now is that we ain't doing the traditional things, and in addition to that, it got man that could sing that's singing calypso.
Yeah.
Calypso used to be a half key thing. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
you sorry.
So baby, to bend down, shake it all over the place. Bend down, wine it all on top of me. Bend down, mama make that banana drop. Bend down, and I came to free up. I came to meet ya. I came to find someone I can hold in a corner. Head down, pop it, roll, body up, knock it down, grab it, slow, hold them arms, right up, hips, dig it, deep, body, it's calling, it's calling, in me, your body, it's calling, on me. So baby, to bend down, shake it all over the place, bend down, wine it all on top of me, bend down, mama make that banana drop, bend down, put her head down, pop it, roll, body up, knock it down, grab it, slow, hold them arms, right up, hips, dig it deep.
Yes, sir. It's conservative.
It's conservative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, man. I love it. Look, I love it. It sounds amazing, man. So, okay,
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, yo.
who produced that record?
Hey, bro, here we are, right? So,
Uh huh.
bigging up KM1, true story.
Hey.
Dan, Guido in the building. Yeah, so let me say this out quick, too. Guido's a person I know years, we doing music. KM1, quote unquote, we doing music, and he went on this embarkment of just pushing himself and doing what he had to do for himself, and I respect that about him. And he's a man bending rhythm, and it was as simple as like, yo, bro, hey, send me a bad rhythm, man. I see you're getting bad. And he's like, man, it's no problem. And he sent me the rhythm, and out of respect, I was like, yo, I tell you so, I said, watch it, I let you know. I don't jump on anybody music now, cause your boys, I got caliber, so come on.
Oh, yeah. Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
I can't get anything no more.
Right.
By telling man, because I know the vision you're doing, I know what you're trying to do. I have no other choice too, but I tell you, I'm gonna make sure I root out your rhythm.
Yeah.
What I did, and shout out to KM1, man, for making that beat, man. That's all him right there.
All right, no, that's what's up. Okay, so you got more music coming out for Carnival too, right?
Yeah, man. I have a song called Glass. Y'all look out for that there. So we dancing. I'm dancing with this glass. I'm dancing to let go of my past. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's some big show coming through, man. And I just can't wait for everybody to see what Kunservative have to offer to the entire world and the Caribbean, because it's just more than just soca. It's just more to me as an artist, and I am glad I'm able to be on a platform now that people could listen and hear and see what's going on, because it's so much more.
Right.
I'm proud.
Yeah, I mean, that was part of what got you that $10,000. The whole presentation, the visuals of it.
Man, shout out to my team, period. Everybody that have been there. I have to respectfully shout, if you don't mind, I want to shout out the team, everybody that helped made that vision. First of all, let me shout out the great GOAT, Daddy Jones in the building. That's who made that beat. And
Okay,
like
wait. On behalf of my good friend Daddy Jones, did he get a percent of that winning?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
then how come I ain't got a percent of his percent is the question. Damn it! All right. Okay, other than Daddy Jones.
By him shooting me that beat, the song that I made already. When I do music, I don't do music and I don't envision what I want. So it's like a movie, and when I did it, I always wanted to make a song relative. Like you see how we have the electric slide. I always wanted a wedding type song, and automatically I came up with Tight and Not. Fast forward to the present day show time, I met up with this girl named Nika Nix. She's very good. Nika, you don't know what girl Nix in the building. She's great person in the business. She was able to orchestrate like the dancers, and then the actual stage presentation part. I have to shout out Cleangel Molly. If you know Cleangel, she's really, really, really great in the community here. She do a lot of amazing stuff.
Her husband is amazing too.
She was the person that was able to help me make that vision that I had out in play. And as you can see, it was my pastor in real life was my pastor on the stage.
So the whole thing was blessed and ordained.
Yeah. One thing about me, and I the world gonna see one thing about me. You give me the opportunity, you give me that platform, I don't go hard and I gonna show you what I could do. And I couldn't give nobody else, like I tell you, no less than I know what they deserve. And that was it. That's funny. Like I tell you, I made sure 2-3 in the morning. I did a true story on my boy with my vest on and my boxers, and I'm facing my bush. And my bush is my audience.
Check.
That's how dedicated I was to making sure that I was that everybody know what Kunservative is. Most people know me as you don't know Spacey, Spaceman, or Shamal Fordinand. But you rebranding the Kunservative, I had to make sure people know like, yo, this is I don't do this. This ain't just no playing thing. And the vision came to life, and it was amazing.
Right. Well, and listen, and most importantly, the momentum continues. All Over is a great song. And I just want to say thank you for providing this good music, sticking with it. You've been doing this for a minute, so big respect, brother.
That's the Bram style thing, no swang start the Bram style in the building, bring up style and
for sure,
and blind ears and as a man, I don't never afraid to give people the right accolades or the right blessings. That's respect, and he's the one bringing out the whole. We rhythm down been there, wap, but he made it that Bram, the world Bram. So I have no choice but to make sure I give the people them what they want. And you know what, Caribbean people, them I want to walk up.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what coming in 2 weeks.
No, what coming in 2 weeks gonna be the soca. You just get the Bram.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. No Bramming no more.
Okay. Back to singing to the ladies.
We level up.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, man, thanks for spending some time. I gotta get to the Good Up podcast. Big respect to you, my brother. And to anybody who's looking at the live, and this amuses me sometimes. For as long as there's been these type of shows, the Joe Budden podcast, however long that's in existence, they cannot play copywritten music on the Joe Budden podcast. People act like they are on Facebook for the first time in their lives and are like, "What? How come in mute? And how come we can't play certain music?" It is what it is. But you could download the app, the Vivid streaming app, and you could hear everything from bling to blang. Respect, my brother. Appreciate you. $10,000.
Cause I'm all in. Why not just slide in that? Lock me in like padlock. You do deserve a ring more than anything. I spend my life with you. Can't picture no one else. I've got you from my side with you. You fill my heart with happiness and more. Yo, the woman I want marry. Cause it's time I introduce me, and time I meet with you that day. You don't know how long I've been waiting Cause I'm all in. Why not just hiding that? Lock me in like padlock. You do deserve a ring more than anything. I spend my life with you. Can't picture no one else. I've got you from my side with you. You fill my heart with happiness and more. Yeah. I hope you could take me. I hope you could handle me. It's a piece of work. It's one of me family. You don't know how long I've been waiting for this time. Oh, to enjoy and fully call you mine. Oh, baby, I can call you mine. Could it be worth it? Could it be? Cause I'm all in. Why not just hiding that? Lock me in like padlock. You do deserve a ring more than anything. I spend my life with you. Can't picture no one else. I've got you from my side with you. You fill my heart with happiness and more. Let's move to the beat. Let's right with your feet. Together bend down, let we move. You the honey and I am the glue. You don't know how long I've been waiting for this time. Oh baby, to enjoy and fully call you mine. Yeah. It's party and over. Never done, never finished. It's just getting started. So grab your drinks and sing more. The party ain't no way over now. Oh, take a shot with me and another round. Oh, I would like to know that you're mine. Only mine, only mine, only mine. Yours is mine, only mine, only mine. Mine is yours, mine, only mine, only mine. Only mine, only mine. We'll be together, yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. You taught me everything and everything you given me. I'll always keep it inside. You're the driving fact in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I can be, and it just wouldn't feel right if I didn't have you by my side. Yeah. You were there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. No one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be. You will always be the friend of my life for all time. Carnival. understand. You give me girls to jam on. There were so many nights looking back when I was so afraid. And then you come to me and said to me, I can jam anything. No one else can do what you have done for me. You will always be, you will always be the fact of my life for all time. Carnival, Carnival, you know I love you. You know I love you, Carnival. Carnival, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like this from the start. Carnival, I want you to know, loving you is like fat to my soul. Now put the rocks in the air. Now put the flags in the air. Now put the buttons in the air. You are there for me, to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. No one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be, you will always be the fact of my life for all time. Hearts in the air. Now put the rocks in the air. Now put the flags in the air. Now put the buttons in the air.
Man, that thing right there. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Calm down. Calm down. Over there in the corner.
Charlie.
Yes. All right. Hey, listen. Oh my goodness. Hey, listen. I am cheating life. I mean, I'm just surrounded by beautiful women. It just, it's a tough life I live. Hey, DJ, how you doing?
I am very well. I can't complain at all. I'm tired, but it's worth it.
Tired? You don't look
Yes.
tired at all. You look fresh.
Shout out to all this makeup.
That face look freshly beat.
Thank you.
All right, man. Hey, Isa, where you there?
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. I am awake. It's early here in Arizona. We ready?
Oh man, all the way in Arizona. It is very early.
Yeah.
Thank you for
It's
joining.
very
I
early.
appreciate that.
Shout out to Hey
Yeah,
Isa.
thank you for having us. We're so excited.
Yeah, man. Clearly, no disrespect, Deidre, but Hey Isa is definitely trying to win something from Better Homes and Gardens. I see the plants and things going on in the background.
I would not be offended by that.
Okay.
I live for Hey Isa's backdrop. Like every season we get so excited when we're like changing our backdrop. And I remember her like updating her bookshelf and everything. And Hey Isa's been reading like so much. So
This
them
is
books need to be on display.
My library right here.
Yeah, we are being blessed seeing Hey Isa's bookshelf. And I don't know if she's read every single book, but I know she's damn close to finishing every single book on that shelf.
Almost.
If it were my bookshelf, it's just decoration. Just decoration.
No, man, I reading them.
All right, so Hey Isa, what do you read? What are you into?
I'm into almost everything. I'm a big fiction girl. I love romance, love fantasy novels, love Virgin Islands authors. So yeah, it's a little bit of everything behind me.
All right, dope. All right, now, Deidre, I'm gonna ask the question to both of
Okay.
you, right?
Okay.
Whose idea was this originally?
This, I always tell people this is me and Hey Isa's baby, but I'm like the parent who joined and like adopted the baby in the marriage. Hey Isa started the podcast in 2019, right?
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say I was this podcast #1 supporter.
Okay.
When this podcast dropped, I vividly remember I was like
Whoa,
cleaning my apartment and listening.
Pause. Like what you did there vividly. Keep going.
So I was this podcast #1 supporter because this show started as the Beautiful People podcast. It was Hey Isa's podcast, and I was listening. I was DMing her. We were exchanging notes. I was telling her how great it is because I've been an avid podcast listener for like a decade now.
Okay.
So when a Virgin Islander came out with a podcast, I was damn sure going to be the first person to tune in. And so I came on as a guest during season 2. And shortly after that episode that was a guest on, she invited me to be a co-host, and it's been us ever since. And this is our baby, and yeah, we don't play about it.
Okay, so hey, Isa, what made you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna bring her on regularly?
It just felt right. She came on the show. We had a time. We was laughing, cracking up. We really enjoyed walking with each other. And she also, you know, like she said, she was a fan of the show. She really was into it. She had a lot of great feedback from me. And I was getting to the point where I was like, you know, I don't want to do this walk by myself, and I want to do it with someone I have fun with. And Deidre just immediately came to mind.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it worked out perfectly. I couldn't imagine a better co-host.
So is it work? How much work is it?
It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, from keeping our backdrops updated to the actual production of the show itself. And Hey Isa does a lot of the heavy lifting with like editing episodes and everything.
Right.
But it takes a lot of work. We already are currently working on season 11. Like we're we're still recording season 10, but we already have an outline for season 11. We're already starting to come up with guests that we want to invite on for season 11. So we are constantly working on this. Even when we're off and we're not recording, we're still working on this podcast.
So
it's
our
a
baby.
part-time job.
I feel it's very important to give women a voice, and I appreciate the voice that you have given to women. So I have a voice here myself. Coco in the corner has something to say.
Hey guys, I love y'all.
Hi.
Hi, we love you. Good.
So I was telling Raj, I love the series that you guys was doing for the month of March.
Oh no. We was gonna save that. No, skip that.
My bad.
Okay.
Y'all.
We saving that for last. Because I want to end with a bang with that. All right, now, so I had the opportunity to watch you guys on a forum that UVI put together. I was in the audience for that. Shalana, Hadia, the Spooky podcast, Caribbean Mystics. What is it like?
Kyra as well.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Kyra was also there. Yeah.
And Kyra. What was it like to see all those women who are pushing this movement forward as the pioneers of this thing, really and truly? What was it like to see the other podcast hosts?
It just confirmed what we already know, that Virgin Islands women are magical, that we are some of the hardest working women on the planet, that we are some of the most creative women on the planet. I think Virgin Islands women have always been the pioneers of the creative game. We just haven't always gotten credit for it or been platformed for it. So to see all of those women in the room was affirming. It was powerful. And yeah, I work with them in a lot of other facets. We all collaborate all the time. So it was just good to be brought into the room together for other people to see what we already knew about each other and each other's work.
It was literally that. It was a dream. It just felt really good to be surrounded by other women doing the same exact thing in different ways. I think that's what made it so special, because the Virgin Islands is so small, but look how much comes out of the Virgin Islands.
Right.
That was hands down a privilege, for lack of a better word.
Now, how do you guys come up with the topics that you guys talk about for your episodes? Because those things are spicy, baby. Especially the one with
it
the
depends.
breakup, and you guys are being very vulnerable about, your life and what you guys deal with. I know, Hey Anza, you were talking about, you're not ready for kids because of your emotional intelligence at the moment to pour into that child. Can we talk about more about how you guys are feeling about really being open with others with the topics?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's something, you've already processed, you've gotten over it, you did the therapy, you I could talk about this all day. Sometimes it's a tougher topic. I think the thing that makes it easy is that Deidre and I really are like the best of friends, sisters.
Yeah.
The way we speak on the show is the way we talk on the phone all day, every day. So us talking to each other in that way, it makes it easy to be vulnerable. But I think what makes it easier is that whenever we post a topic like this, somebody in the audience will come to us and be like, I didn't have the words to describe what I was going through or what I've experienced, and y'all talking about it made it easier for me to talk about it. So it's hard being vulnerable sometimes, but we know that it's creating a space for the audience to do the same. And the topics sometimes come from, again, life experience. Sometimes the audience members will ask us to talk about something. So it's a mix of things.
Okay. So now you mentioned being friends. So I'm looking for some background. Now, Deidre, you say you were the #1 supporter. So were you guys friends before the podcast, or this friendship blossomed after?
I would say we were internet friends before the podcast. You know, like those people you know online, but you don't know in real life, but you like really fool with them. It was that. We had met years prior when we were like in college, or at least my freshman year of college. I think I was still a senior in high school, but we met that year, and I just liked her. I was so endeared to her. And so, you know, obviously time goes by, we became internet friends. And that's when Isa was really in her like Instagram content creator bag. So we followed each other. We used to talk a lot online and compliment each other a lot. So that's why I was comfortable like DMing her and giving her feedback. But our friendship absolutely like took off during the show. Like the show has made us literal sisters.
Okay. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
Okay. So what do you see next for the Good Up podcast?
Ooh, a lot of things. We are officially having our first live show in Atlanta, Georgia on June 8th.
Oh, that's going to be dope.
We are so
yes,
excited.
You have to come.
Shout out to the
8th.
Virgin Islands Lottery.
making note. Okay.
Put it in your planner.
I am. Okay. June 8th. Atlanta.
Yep, we dropping the location very soon. But yeah, that event is definitely happening. It's going to be a mix of a live event and a pop-up vendor market for Black business owners in the Atlanta area. We're hoping to feature a lot of VI business owners as well. The Virgin Islands Lottery was definitely a huge part of making that happen for us. So thank you to the Virgin Islands Lottery. And
hold on. Let me put this in here real quick. When you play the VI lottery, everybody wins. All right, keep going.
Everybody wins, including Good Up.
Including Good Up.
Right.
Especially Good Up.
So yeah, they helped to make that happen. And from there, you know, that live event, we want to bring it to St. Croix. We want to be able to come home and do this for our audience in St. Croix. But we really hope to make this not just a Virgin Islands podcast, but an international podcast from the Virgin Islands. Right. So there's infinite possibilities with that, and we always say we hope we could podcast full time someday. It's not happening just yet, but hopefully one day we could.
We're getting there.
So in that regard, we share a similar vision. Now you guys say you're not there yet. So what do you guys do in your full time?
I work at a community foundation. So I work with grants and nonprofits and like community initiatives and all that. So lots of like philanthropy and nonprofit work in my part-time. I also help different nonprofits with their social media. That's something I love to do. So.
And Deidre?
I am an astrologer. I'll be reading these tarot cards. I'm raising my kid.
Okay. Oh, so you're an astrologer?
I'm an astrologer, yeah.
Okay, so this is the part where you and Coco B are going to talk, because that's her thing right there.
Oh my God, I don't know if we have enough time.
Okay,
no, we don't have to go into it too much.
I'm gonna tell y'all you don't have enough time, but go ahead, Coco.
I have been educating Rosh on the cosmos of the eclipse energy.
Yes.
Was our lesson yesterday.
I love that.
Home was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, we were doing the vibe. So tell us a little bit to what to expect for maybe those who are business owners. For the solar eclipse and the solar eclipse coming on, what can we do with that energy?
Okay, first of all, before you answer that, Deidre, let me tell you, I just found out that Gatorade wasn't just an athletic drink. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Think about retrograde.
Yeah. He was like, again, I was like, it's just a different way we say it, but it's still a retrograde.
I'm screaming. Well, for one, with eclipse energy, you always want to make big plans, and you also want to let go of things that have really been holding you back. You want to think much bigger than you've been thinking, because eclipse energy covers a span of many, many years, not just like this season, if that makes sense. So as a business, you want to make sure you're being authentic, because that's the most important thing right now. The only way your business, your brand, whatever you're investing in is going to succeed is if authenticity is your number one ingredient. So you want to touch in with yourself, find out what is my purpose behind what I'm doing, if the purpose is just making money, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. Like, obviously, money is a factor. It's very important. But if it's just a cash grab, it's gonna be fickle. Find a way to incorporate purpose into it. Be authentic and be okay taking risks, taking leaps. Cowboy Carter just came out. That was a big
oh boy. Wait.
Okay, now.
Hold up. Oh, we're big Beyonce fans over at Good Up. We are.
Okay, hey.
Did y'all have a
Beyonce?
Did y'all have a meeting before today's show?
We did not,
Okay.
but you
We
know
didn't.
we're in alignment.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're in alignment.
and that's what it's all about. And so
Let's get it.
I could only reference that because it's very different than anything Beyonce has put out, but she's being authentic to herself because we know this is a Southern girl. When you really look back at old Beyonce, she was always in her like cowboy attire, right? She's being authentic. She's taking a risk. She doesn't care about the potential losses. And that's where she's going to gain a lot. And that's what you want to do with your business. Obviously, don't put yourself in a position where you might be homeless, right? But find a balance between the two and continue to be authentic.
Okay. All
That's
right. Okay, so since y'all are in alignment, and you guys were definitely in your cowboy outfits, well, cowgirl outfits.
We were.
What was that podcast like?
Oh, it was amazing. It was a late night for Deidre. It was like
Very late.
midnight her time. We have always been big fans of Beyonce. We talk about her a lot on the show. We went to her concerts last year.
Yes.
So we wanted to make sure to celebrate the new album together, and we literally listened for it for the first time on the show together, reacted to it.
Yeah,
I
the
think
moment
we
it
still need
dropped.
a couple more listens to really give our authentic feedback, but it was fun. That's the type of stuff we do. We do stuff
Yeah.
that's authentic to who we are, and the audience knows. If you don't like Beyonce, this just ain't an episode for you, but you know this is what we're doing this week. So I hope they're ready for it.
I hope
Okay.
so too.
So, Coco B, to be very honest, is turning me on to like the cosmos and the universe and all the grades. All my grades were like C's and D's. So I'm learning here. Hey Isa, are you into astrology like Deidre?
Not quite as much, because I think Deidre is like the most well-versed person in astrology that I know, but I
Well,
do get a lot of guidance
You
from
just
her.
met Coco B. I feel the same way about her.
Yeah, I do get a lot of guidance in terms of astrology. I'm like you. I always talking about Mercury's microbraids and the planet stressing me out. So I'm a little more casual with it. I'll text Deidre and be like, yo, which planet whiling right now, because something is going on and I need to know. And she always guides me in the right direction. So
Okay. All right. Well, I now call Coco B my personal shaman. So hopefully she's guiding me in the right direction as well. All right. Now, ladies, I've been doing this for like almost a decade now on my own Vivid streaming, and I've always given women a voice. Even LGBTQ community women have worked here, still work here. How important do you think it is to allow all women to have a voice?
It's of the utmost importance. I mean, we already have made it clear that this podcast is not just for women, but I think if you listen to our podcast enough, you know that for us, it's of the utmost importance. Like, women make things better. And that's not saying that women are better than men, but women take things and we make it better. We are multipliers. Like, it's important that we have a voice, because if we don't have a voice, everything's going to crumble. If we don't have access to things growing, it's going to crumble. Just simply put.
yeah, I think it's super important, especially in Virgin Islands culture, to recognize and platform women. We are a matriarchal society. A lot of our community leaders are women. A lot of our family leaders are women. And we need to recognize the contributions that women have made to our culture, and also the contributions that we continue to make. And I just want to give you your props, Rash. I ain't trying to age you, but I have listened to you on the radio since I was a child.
No, honestly, because when you said a decade, I was thinking a decade. And then you clarified that it was streaming specifically. So I was like, okay, because I was about to be like, sir.
Yeah, but you
Sir.
you have been a big voice in our journeys growing up, and I think a
Absolutely.
big inspiration to us being able to do what we do now. So you continuing to contribute to women, a part of it is you inspiring women to do the things that you do. Like us being on the
Absolutely.
air is coming from Rush on the radio and Big Fat Morning Show, and
Exactly.
waiting for you to tell me that Child's Age School will cancel. And
Okay, hoping and praying. You literally walked so we could run. You know,
Yeah.
like what we're doing. You did it live, right? Like we get to record this and
Right,
edit
right.
it and fool
yeah, we
around
got
with it.
edit.
We were listening to you on the radio while we got ready for school and stuff. Like you definitely did a lot so that we can do what we're doing right now.
Well, I appreciate that. And we're kind of like a daily podcast, which is a little different. But I want to give you your props in this regard, right?
Okay.
Among the local podcasts, you guys are at the forefront, one of the early podcasts, and has influenced everything. I've had folks who have come here to work, and we are a radio, music-based radio station. We're just online. And they're asking questions like, well, I want to talk more. And we could cuss. And I really feel that is the influence of the Good Up podcast.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Anytime
'Cause we
anybody
curse a
asks if
lot.
we could cuss, that's good up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to, like Deidre said earlier, we try to remain authentic. I have definitely had parents, aunties come to me and say, do you need to cuss this much? And I'm like, this is what I do in real life. I can't be anything but myself.
Yeah.
I know when to turn it on and when to turn it off, but I think that's a part of what makes people love the show. It's not about respectability. It's not about putting forward a certain image. We coming in the studio, so to speak, and being ourselves and talking about things that we actually experiencing. So to hear that we at the forefront, that I always be like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to hearing those things. It's a lot.
Yeah, but love to all of the Virgin Islands podcasters who are out here doing it, because it's not an easy thing to do. And I love so many Virgin Islands podcasters. Y'all are amazing, and it's good to be in the same realm with them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's your favorite podcast other than your own?
Two favorite podcasts. So one is actually not a Virgin Islands podcast. It's called The Read. They're a huge inspiration for us. Crystal and Kid Fury they're probably the OG like Black podcasters in the game. And also they love Beyonce, so we love them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a network of Beyonce stans out here.
Yeah. And then in terms of Virgin Islands podcasts, oh my gosh, I do love Caribbean Mystics. They're extremely creative with what they do. The Crucian Counselors is led by Greater Changes, which is a local behavioral health practice. So two therapists have a podcast talking about mental health, which I think is huge in the Virgin Islands.
Oh, huge.
So many other. Rugudu is great.
Yes,
oh my gosh, they're hilarious. Yeah, there's so many podcasts out there. Same difference. I can't even pick one, but for sure, I think Crucian Counselors is up there for me just because of the importance of talking about mental health in a responsible way, and for them to take their work and turn it into something that people could actually have access to, I think it's really cool. So shout out to Tariq and Tamara for that podcast.
No doubt.
I feel like y'all should go listen to that. Like,
listen
for
to
sure.
Crucian Counselor.
Please go listen to Crucian Counselor.
So that's why I asked. So you could turn some folks on to some other VI podcasts. I realize a common thread. So I'm going to start with Coco in the corner here.
Okay.
Coco B, what do you think it is about Beyonce that women and these podcasters, including yourself,
Okay, now.
tie into?
Well, shout out to the Beehive. Buzz.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
I did not know we had a sound.
You did not. Girl, we be buzzing.
I was not aware.
We be buzzing.
So for me, Beyonce has always been that girl to me. I feel like she makes you believe in yourself. She makes you feel like you wake up like this. You are flawless. You are great who you are and who you believe that you can be, and believe that. And really stand on that regardless of what anybody is saying. For me, that's why I resonate with her the most. I love her dance moves. I love her concerts, because if you've been to one of her concerts,
Oh, she's special cloth.
you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I missed renaissance, unfortunately. But we're gonna fix that for the rest.
Oh, it will be
tours.
fixed. It will be fixed. So now, ladies, what is it about Beyonce individually that you tie into?
For me, it's essentially a lot of what Coco said, but Beyonce's dedication to what she does. I mean, the fact she started when she was a kid, right? And that work ethic has existed in this little girl. And obviously her father influenced it, but it was in her. He just nurtured something that was in her. And she has just continued to be this hard worker, even when she's trying not to be. She's extremely creative. You can see that in how she expresses herself in her music. She is a powerhouse. This lady has been having so many things thrown at her, and she just keeps going. And that lady is, I'm sure Beyonce is tired. Like, she must be tired, and she keeps going, and she continues to create something that we get to be inspired by. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I'm feeling a little unmotivated, or sometimes when I'm complaining about being exhausted, because I was crying last night in my big feelings about being up late. But I'm like, Beyonce does this all the time. And if Beyonce could do it, like, baby, you're gonna have to get up, Beyonce documented her journey from delivering those twins to getting back on the stage. And it's just like, she's been doing what she did in that moment for her entire career, since she was a little girl. She sacrificed so much so we can be entertained. And I'm like, baby, like, I need to get up and do more and do better.
Okay, so
I like that.
Listening to you is like listening to Coco B, and it's weird. Hey, Isa, what about for you?
For me, a part of it is she's the artist of my lifetime. Beyonce went solo when I was 10 years old. I'm turning 31 next week, and she's still here. She's still reinventing herself. I've never seen an artist who comes out with an album, and the album is consistently better than her last piece of work. So that work ethic, that dedication to her craft and her creativity. Also, the woman could write a bop. I mean, it's that simple. Like, she hasn't failed me yet. But it's really, it comes down to, I think, the work ethic, but also her dedication to Black women and Black culture, and how she has not aligned herself with like mainstream music rules in order to keep making hits or keep selling records. For her, it's about creativity. I align with that because for us, that's good up. That's the show. We want to get to the place where, we go mainstream and we get more sponsors and all of this stuff, but not at a cost to who we are, to our dialect, to our Virgin Islands culture. And I think we could see a lot of ourselves in her journey. So yeah, for me, she's just, she's the artist of my lifetime for sure.
So that was going to be my next question, because you mentioned reinventing herself. You're headed into season 11, correct?
Yes.
All right. So how will the Good Up podcast reinvent itself?
I think we definitely want to go bigger on the topics. We want to go deeper if it's possible. We want to challenge ourselves in terms of guests that we bring on the show. We have never been a type of podcast that bases our guests on the size of our show. We had Tyran Thomas on the show within like our first 2 or 3 seasons. So it goes bigger. I am the person who will DM Beyonce and be like, girl, I don't know what you're doing on Friday, but if you want to join the show, that would be great. So I think for us, it's just going beyond where we think we're capable and just throwing it out there and seeing what a universe bring back to us. So I'm really excited about season 11 for sure.
So now hanging out with Deidre, are you starting to feel the cosmos and these things? Because I don't know. I'm still on the fence.
Listen, you can be on the fence as much as you want, but what I will say about that is my clients have yet to come to me and say, Deidre, you told me to do this thing and I did it and it didn't work out for me. And I don't tell my clients what to do, but the clients that come to me, a lot of them do come for business advice. And I have yet to have a client say, you know what? That thing that you recommended didn't quite work out for me. I've yet to have that experience. And I've been doing this for 3 years professionally.
Okay. Well, apparently I need to be a client.
You should. You should. And and I'm just going to I tend to be very modest about like me as an astrologer. I did a reading for Tehran a few years ago, like when I first started. Yeah. And that's kind of how my clientele really blew up, because he went on Facebook. He was like, yo.
If you say that you told him he was going to win a Grammy, oh my God, you about to be rich.
So here's the thing. I get very careful not to use very specific things, but I vividly remember telling him, your career is... I vividly remember telling him that his career was taking off in a way that he wanted but didn't think it could. Oh, wow. And the night that he won that Grammy, I was sitting there in tears like, holy shit, excuse my French. I was like, oh my God, like, because I looked at I use astrology. I pull people's birth charts and I can look at your entire like life path and what you're good at and what you are, where you're really going to succeed professionally and what you can be like as a parent. I can see everything just by looking at someone's birth chart. And then when I take their birth chart and I compare it to where the planets currently are, then you're good to go. I've done this for the podcast itself. Like last season when it was coming out, me and Heiza
was struggling. The podcast has a birth chart too.
The podcast has a birth chart. Okay. And I remember Heiza and I were both kind of struggling with a little bit of, I wouldn't say imposter syndrome, but we had a case of the nerves that didn't make sense. Right. And I'm like, and Heiza is who came up with the idea. Heiza was like, well, Deidre, just pull the podcast birth chart and see what happened. And I pulled the chart and I was like, oh girl. And everything that I said happened. And here we are, season 10, with the most sponsors we've ever had, about to have our first live event. And we have so many other things that we're already like talking about doing to expand the show. So I'm just gonna have to toot my horn here and say,
I'll toot it for you. So, Heiza, I'm gonna turn my attention to you, Heiza, because I need her to say something really good that's about to happen to Vivid Streaming and the Good Morning Show. All right, I'm just give you some time. So, Heiza, give me your top 3 VI history moments. The whole concept. Give me your top 3.
Gosh. So I think number 1 was definitely posting Good Morning to Guava Tart Lovers.
No. I need a full reenactment. Take 1.
Okay, wait. Morning. And happy Virgin Islands History Month to listeners of Vivid Streaming, aka the Good Morning Show. Original listeners of Rush on the Radio. And people who know that the only way we know school will cancel is if Rosh said school cancel. Happy Virgin Islands History Month. Share this video. See you tomorrow.
All right. Okay. Yes. All right. So I have Irene Ali, who is in the St. Croix studio.
Hi, Rini.
Hi, Irene.
Hello, beloveds. What's that? Can you hear me?
Irene, you got something to say to him? Go ahead.
If I have something to say to them?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell them you're a fan.
I'm over here like, let's do the story talk. Because every time I start talking woohoo and all this stuff, he's like, oh, Lord. You guys know that I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing at what you do. And as a former podcaster, you guys are doing phenomenal. And I love to see the growth. I love to see the consistency. I know that it's not easy being in that realm. Like, it's a job and a half, maybe 2, to do everything that you're doing, and to actually kick off events, and head in that direction. I commend you guys for sticking with it, for putting in the work. It shows. Your personalities are there. Your unapologetic vibe is there. Your just all of it. I'm for it. So congratulations on getting this far, and I look forward to seeing where you guys are going to head with it for sure.
Oh, I can't.
Thank you, Rennie.
I can't say no better. I'm gonna shut up. That's the end of the show. Hey, thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. Please tell everybody when they can see and check out the Good Up podcast.
Well, you can find Good Up Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. We air new episodes every Tuesday. We are on all social media platforms at Good Up or Good Up Pod. And yeah, that's where you can find us.
That's what's up. Hey, Deidre, you got something to say to take us out of here?
No. Oh, you know what I can do?
Tell me.
She could say bye.
Oh, wait. I'm letting you go.
That's how we end.
Hold on.
every episode.
Okay, wait. My bad. My bad. I'm letting you go before you say something prophetic about Vivid Streaming.
We need a church.
You gotta
meeting,
book me
though.
for that.
I got book
yes,
you.
book her.
She
No,
said book
sorry.
her, yeah.
For that.
Yes, sir. Good people need to be paid.
But she did share something prophetic. You got use the eclipse energy for Vivid Streaming. You gotta put your authenticity into your business. You gotta make big moves.
Yes.
That's for Vivid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Receive that.
Look at his
Same
face. Face.
But let me tell you, them readings are good though. You gotta get with it, Raj. We're gonna do a reading together.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a reading together. What's wrong with your face though?
I like the entrepreneurial spirit that's embodying Beyonce there, and I will book you. Hey, but definitely, man, thank you guys so much for joining us. Coco B, we had a whole lot of fun, but we got to run. Our job is done. Irene Ali is next up in your middays, and she does it her way. Please tune in to the Vivid Streaming app. Download, tell a friend. Don't just hear the vision, share the vision. Peace. And I'm out. Good up!
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Them girls
Thank
were
you,
good.
Rash.
Them girls were good. Hey, Irene, so what you got in store for us?
Yeah. Good music, good vibes,
right.
definitely. You know, I'm
See you
actually thinking
later.
about doing that show, that segment. What would Irene do? In courtesy of Coco B.
I'm here for it.
I'm thinking about it. I just got to build the entertainment page and see if we could get some more inquiries there, because on my personal, they were hitting me up left and right. I was like, good Lord. But Coco B recommended I might do that I should. So I'm thinking about that. But I'm always looking forward to the alleged news in Miller for sure. And just vibing and talking with my people, mi gente, mi beloved.
That's what it do, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. I had a good time with the Good Up Podcast. I really did. Check them out every Tuesday, wherever you could find your favorite podcast. Look at the engineer. Boy.
I try nothing.
Listen, you ain't
We good up,
trying.
you know?
You
That's
doing,
what it is.
baby.
We are good.